Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to bring you along with me to my latest adventure as I check out a watch game in London. So, I recently relocated to London from Sydney for work, and in my first weeks in London, I spent a bit of time checking out some of the watches that it has to offer. And of course, I couldn't depart from Sydney Airport without doing a bit of window shopping and seeing some cool watches on display. So, enjoy this montage from the Sydney Airport. Anyway, after an absolutely grueling flight to London, my first stop was Watches of Switzerland and the Omega Boutique in Canary Wharf. I went into the Omega Boutique looking for the new white dial Speedy, but sadly they didn't have any in store. I did get a nice cup of English tea and coffee though, which was quite unique. While I was there, I had a look at the No Time to Die Seamaster and the Bond 60th Anniversary Seamaster. As a Bond fan, it was cool to try on these watches, and of the two, I prefer the 60th Anniversary Seamaster, as I didn't expect the No Time to Die Seamaster's dial to be that brown and aged. The 60th Anniversary Seamaster on the other hand, is a really cool watch with the animated caseback and micro edge wave pattern on the dial. Next to the Omega Boutique is Watches of Switzerland, and this one had a nice variety in stock. I got to try on this new Rolex Air King, as I had always lusted after it, after seeing it on the wrist of Gordon Ramsay. Unfortunately, the illusion was dispelled there and then as I found it too large and flat for my wrist. I also got to try on the modern Kermit Submariner, and prior to this, I had never really paid much mind to the modern sub, preferring the vintage sub instead, but after trying it on, I really liked it. As expected, everything with the modern sub is top tier, and I thought it wore very nicely on my wrist. Another interesting thing at Watches of Switzerland was the Rolex certified pre-owned program, which I hadn't seen anywhere in Sydney. They had a nice collection of pieces but at grey market prices. My thoughts on the pre-owned program is a bit mixed, as it just seems like Rolex is creating its own grey market with these prices. But nevertheless, it was cool to see second-hand and some vintage Rolex pieces in there. I also tried on the Zenith Chronomaster Sport while I was there, and it's definitely a nice watch, although I didn't really gravitate towards it. My next stop was a little shop called Henry Richards in Canary Wharf. This small store had some interesting brands like Eterna, Raymond Weil, Roma, Claude Bernard and Frederic Constant, and the owner was quite informed and welcoming. I tried on the Raymond Weil Millisemes Small Seconds, and it was quite nice, but I think slightly too large for my wrist, and I didn't like the lug shape too much, as they made the watch look very circular on my wrist. It did have a very nicely designed dial though. My last stops were again Watches of Switzerland and Omega in Oxford Street. The Watches of Switzerland was not great. I tried to look for a Tudor Black Bay 58 GMT, of which they had no stock, and overall I didn't feel very welcomed in the store. The Omega store was another story though. I was served by a very nice assistant and got to see the white dial Speedy in person finally. The white dial Speedy is certainly nice and lives up to the hype. The dial is finished in a lacquer style, looking very smooth and silky, and of course, the sapphire caseback is a great addition. I do have a goal to add a Speedy to my collection for my 30th birthday, but for now, I will keep ruminating over which dial color to get. By the time it rolls around, there'll probably be another 5 editions of Speedies anyway. Well, that sums up my initial experience of watch hunting in London. Overall, I wasn't too impressed to be honest. And I personally think that the watch scene in London is a little bit exclusive. All I saw were Watches of Switzerland stores and your luxury boutiques, but not many independent ADs carrying mid to lower tier brands. I didn't see much of your Seiko, Oris, Rado, Fortis, Doxa, Hamilton, and so on. And overall, the experiences ended up a bit unwelcoming and exclusive compared to the experience and service back in Australia. ADs don't really give you time and attention unless you want to buy something, but all the pieces that they show you are very expensive. And to mention prices briefly, AD prices in London are sky high compared to Australia and even other European countries, so I was a bit put off by that and kindly resigned myself to only browsing. But this may be because I just arrived in London. And if you have any experience watch hunting in London or even a local viewer, let me know if I missed anything or which stores I should check out next. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments and subscribe for more independent watch content. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.